we need to install the package that allows us to act as a server. So we'll bring in the TRPC server package. We're also, of course, going to make queries, and that makes us a client, so we need to bring in all of the TRPC client code. We are going to be using TanStack's React Query on top of TRPC, so that's why we're also going to be installing TRPC React Query as well as TanStack React Query as well as the TRPC client. So the first thing you need to do when you create a TRPC server is initialize that TRPC server. So all of the server code is going to go in the server directory under source. Let's go and create our TRPC file inside of source server. So to do that, I'm going to do a fun trick for you. I'm going to do server/trpc.ts, and that's going to create the server directory for me. If you didn't know that little shortcut, there's one for you right there. So here we just initialize a TRPC server, and we get back from that the router and also public procedure. Now we're going to go make our TRPC router that's going to have our procedures on it. I'm going to put that in index.ts. So we create our instance of an app router using that router that we just created over in TRPC, and then we use that to add any functions we want. In this case, we're going to add the get to dos function, and it's just going to return 10, 20, 30, some numbers. We just want to see how this is actually going to work from the client to the TRPC endpoint. So let's hit save. Now we actually need to connect it into the app router itself. To do that, we need to create a route inside of the app directory that's going to route requests to that TRPC instance. To do that, I'm going to create a new file in API/TRPC, and then the brackets TRPC directory. That's going to capture whatever the verb is, in this case, get to dos, and it's going to set that as one of the route parameters. And then we create a route handler. To do that, we use route.ts. And again, using these slashes is going to give us all of those directories. All right, so this is the part where you actually see the big difference between the pages router implementation and the app router implementation. In the pages router, there's actually a already set up adapter specific to Next.js, which is customized for pages. That doesn't work for the app router. For the app router, we use the fetch adapter, which just happens to have the exact same signatures that we need for the route handlers in Next.js with the app router. It's really cool, and it actually works, and you'll never need to change this particular piece of code. From here on out, to just add more functions, the only thing you're going to need to do is just add more items into the index. All right, so let's hit save on that. All right, so now let's try it. We can actually call get to dos right out of the browser. So let's bring it up. And this is what our app currently looks like. Of course, we want to go over to API, TRPC, and then get to dos. And just like that, we have our data. So the next thing we want to do is make this request using React Query from the client. So let's go get that set up. So the first thing we're going to do is create a TRPC client. To do that, I'm going to create a new directory called _TRPC. And then within that client.ts. Now I used _TRPC because any directory starting with underscore is ignored by the app router in terms of routing. So now we're going to create our TRPC React client. We do that by getting the app router types from the server, and then we create our TRPC React using the React Query adapter library. Now we do Command K, Command I on app router. We see that we have get to dos as a type coming off of that server. So that's how it's actually routing the types all the way from your server code to your client code. Now, React Query needs a provider. So we need to go and create a query client as well as a provider. So I'm going to go do that in the provider.tsx file in TRPC. Now in here, we're going to create a React Query client as well as a TRPC client. We use, I'm going to put that in index.ts. So we create our instance of an app router using that router that we just created, TRPC. So that's why we're also going to be installing TRPC React Query as well as TanStack React Query as well as the TRPC client. So the first thing you need to do when you create a TRPC server is initialize that TRPC server. So all of the server code is going to go in the server directory under source. Let's go and create our TRPC file in.
Okay, let me check this out. I got a T3 app We're gonna see. Whoa, I don't want to do that. Gonna see what's going on. Source, server, API, TRPC. Okay, let me just run npm install. You probably don't need to edit this file. trpc.ts. Build trpc API. Okay. Guarantees not null. Public procedure. Request context. Type of procedure. Okay. TRPC router. Create TRPC router. And the app route.ts and endpoint is API TRPC. Create context. Create TRPC context. Hmm. Fetch request handler. It's handler as get. Export handler as post. And then post.ts. We have post router. Where's the get? Hello. Public procedure. Query. Create. Where do you say like if it's post or get request here? Get latest context.db. Mutation. This is crazy. I don't get how this is nice. Maybe I don't understand gRPC. I'm just not getting gRPC. Why do I want this? Let me see. It does validation, that's cool. It does the mutation afterwards, that's cool. I guess that can be nice. That's so interesting. Can I do like so I can do something else like here, like actually before I do that, let me just commit everything so I can see what I'm doing. All right, let's init GitHub repo create do push to an existing current repo, slide shift, simul shift. Don't need a description. We'll make private. Add a remote. Yes. Origin. Why not? Would you like to push comments from the current branch origin? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Now we got a repo. Whoa. Is my chat broken? Thanks for that ain't me though. You know that ain't me. Thanks for redeeming that, Billionth. How are you doing?
Bruh.
Thanks for the beret. Oh man. Billionth lighting up the stream. Billionth is lit. Let me move this over here. I did trim, I did a little yard work. Yeah. Did a little landscaping. How have you been? What is up? My dog, my Doge. You growing it out? Man. No shave November? You should get a stash. You should just get a mustache. Like all the cool kids. All the cool kids on the block got mustaches. I'm trying to see if TRPC, what the point of TRPC is. I have yet to see what's nice about it. I'm looking at example code. At a certain point, it was looking like I drove a white van around. Bro. It takes a dedication to get to that point. I don't know if you want to be that dedicated. I need someone on the stream to help me understand what TRPC is for. Post. Everything's a post. Post router. Auth. But no, I am past the stash phase and growing into real beard. You're past the pedo stash phase growing into a real beard. Bro. It doesn't have to mean that. It just means you really like Queen. You really like Queen. And who doesn't, you know? The stash is a it's a trend in San Francisco. All the dudes are trying to get stashes down here. But it is San Francisco, so doesn't doesn't like all the Twitch streamers have stashes. All the web dev Twitch streamers. I guess they inherited that from San Francisco. All the tech bros, man. Rocking stashes. Get latest. All right, I'm just gonna dump this into ChatGPT and see what nonsense I'm looking at. Which of these are get and post requests? It's confusing the crap out of me because this is a post.ts, but I'm pretty sure it's referring to like sending a post. Not an actual post request, but like posting on a message board. To be divided into queries, retrieving data, and mutations, modifying data. Queries can be likened to get requests and REST as they fetch data without making changes. Mutations resemble post requests as they typically involve creating or uploading data. Going to test only with your old messages? All right. Use a query operation that fetches data. It can be likened to a GET request because it retrieves information without modifying any data on the server. So there's no distinction with TRPC. Clear chat for non-moderators viewing this room. Chat was cleared by a moderator. No, chat didn't clear for me. I still see everything. Was it supposed to clear the chat? Clear chat for non-mods. We don't want the non-mods to know about our mustache game. Is that what we want? All right. Still, anyone out there, tell me what TRPC does. Let me ask ChatGPT what the point of TRPC is. What is the point of TRPC? All right. It's a little too spicy. We got a little too deep. TRPC stands for TypeScript RPC. Type safe way. Like, it says it's type safe, but like, I don't see how this is type safe. It looks like I'm still doing all the validation myself. I mean, it looks like I'm still writing all the code. Let me see. When it sends a request, I'm gonna send a request here. Where does it build the request? Let me see. Next request. It just sends a request right through. The heck? Where does the request get set? What if I want to include stuff in the request? Oh, you're good. Don't worry about it. Man, oh man, oh man. Okay, I guess I just have to... Hold up. Somewhere it sends it sends in the page. Okay, we have to look where the request is being called or something. Okay. We got these TRPC folders nested for some reason. CRUD showcase. All right. Get server auth session. You bet. You bet. Post API dot post dot get latest query dot query. Huh, I guess this is I guess this does give me types, which is kind of cool. Bro, I'm on the fence here. Whether to use Next.js or just use React by itself. Naps. That is kind of neat. How does it know? What the types are gonna be, the type that it's gonna spit out, I guess. ID name, create an ad, update that. Where's the latest post thing right here? DB is Prisma post. Find first. Okay, I guess that is kind of cool. Oh, sorry about that, Billionth. I am just we're doing web dev stuff, doing nerdy web dev stuff. I want to make a new website, but I don't know what frameworks to use yet. So I'm just checking out some libraries and frameworks. See which one I like. What is this? Commit. Let's go back. How do I get out of here? There we go. Oh, you lost some brain cells? Still support? Thanks for the support. Thanks for the support, bro. Let me give a shout out to Billionth. If y'all don't know who Billionth is, just remember He's got the best stash. Oh, I don't know how to do a shout out apparently. Shout out. Is that not how you do it? There you go. I literally typed the same thing and it worked the second time. Okay. Stupid ass Twitch. But yeah, Brilliant is he's I would say he's one of the chillest streamers out there. You know? He plays the hottest games. He talks about the chillest topics. He's got the uh cutest swag. I don't know. I'm just making shit up. But yeah, he's a cool dude. If you want to just hang out and talk about random stuff and play games, there you go. Give him a follow. This is kind of cool, I guess. Why am I doing validation, though? I still don't understand. It's like it has one way validation. Let me see something. The input is going to be text. Hello. I need to find another query input. This is just like so different than how I usually set things up. From TRPC. No store? What's that do? No store. The hell? And why are there semicolons in this code, in my code? How'd that happen? Bro. I'm probably just going to use a React by itself. This is cool though. I could see how this can be kind of nice when you got to do like a lot of database transactions. Huh. You do kind of have to do like a bunch of boilerplate code to set all this up, which is like, it's like almost as bad as not having it. Dealing with JSON sucks though. JSON sucks pretty bad. The syntax is just so freaking weird though. Like export handler as get. Dude. Dude. And then layout. Bro. Bro. Like page layout. Oh my gosh, dude. All right. I think I'm not going to use Next.js. It's the sadly, I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to use HTMX and Next.js together. Is what it seems like I'm going to be doing. I'm not sure. I might not use HTMX at all. I have to think about that. It's weird that like the React stocks basically say to use a library. Learn quick start. The only thing that I like about Next.js is Nextauth handles authentication pretty nicely for you. Handles authentication pretty nicely for you. That's kind of cool. Because otherwise, I was just gonna use like Golang or something on the back end. I'd have to find a way to do authentication on my own, probably. Instead of having it out of the box for myself. And also, I'm not sure if all libraries are just compatible with Next stuff. I'm not sure how compatible libraries are. It's a good question to ask ChatGPT. Are React libraries generally compatible with Next.js? I'll let that. Quick start installation. Starting a new React project. Picking one of the React prior frameworks popular in the community. Can I use React without a framework? That's how you'd use React for a part of your page. What does that mean? So I have an existing page built with another technology, either a server one like Rails or a client one like Backbone. That's a common way to integrate React. In fact, it's how most React users looked at Meta for many years. You can do this in two steps. Render the React component where you want to see them on the page. Modular JavaScript environment. Render React components anywhere on the page. Of course, you don't actually want to clear the existing HTML content. Render the React components in specific places in your HTML. Open your HTML page and add a unique ID attribute to any tag. Okay. This lets you find the HTML element with document.getElement by ID and pass it to create root so that you can render your own React component inside. This paragraph is okay. Cool. Hello from React. Notice how the original HTML content from your index.html is preserved, but your own navigation bar React component now appears inside the nav ID navigation from your HTML. Small interactive components like buttons and then gradually keep moving upwards. until eventually your entire page is built with React. If you ever reach that point, we recommend migrating to a React framework right after to get the most out of React. And they really want the framework. They're really pushing the frameworks. Production grade React frameworks. Remix, Gatsby, Expo, Bleeding Edge, React frameworks, Next.js, App Router. Like, the only thing I don't like about Next is having to have TypeScript on the server. Do we really need to write more TypeScript code? Man. CMS backed websites. It's GraphQL data layer. Remix, Next.js. All right. Maybe I'll just try it out. Okay, what are the first steps here to get this website going? I need to install MySQL, I guess. First of all, MySQL. TRPC. API. Server. App. There's a whole TRPC folder. TRPC. Server only. Shared. Nothing in there. Components. Create post. Use client. Where does this get called? Down here. Create post. I thought like the folder structure matters in the app router. Oh, this only matters inside the app folder, not in the other folders. Okay. So only the folder hierarchy matters in the app folder. So it's a page. This is the main page. API. Route. Okay, so this exports. The routes to TRPC. Does the API folder have to be in here? What if I want to make another API? Auth the route. Do next auth. And then we have I'm just trying to understand what happens if I need to create another nested page in here. Because this is only like one layer. Isn't that like the outermost layer? I need to actually deploy this thing to see what's going on. Let me. Oof. Do I need MySQL? I guess I don't need MySQL. I could just use Planet Scale for now. Okay, let me. I'm gonna snatch Planet Scale. Then I'm gonna have API keys flying around if I do that. I don't want the API keys flying around. Dude, installing MySQL on my computer. What a rip. We'll just try to look at this a little bit longer. See what the structure is doing. Why is there a file called reacts.tsx, bro? Bro. Does this wrap everything? Use client? TRPC provider. Create TRPC provider. This gets used in the layout Huh. Gets used in the layout. There's a trade-off here. I feel like this looks enticing in the beginning. Because of how easy it is to get started, but I feel like I'm gonna shoot myself in the foot down the road. I see it. I vote neither. Vanilla.js. How many devs are gonna be on this project? Like, not even one. Like, maybe like me on the weekends, basically. It's rough. How many remote endpoints will you be consuming? Like none. Like one. like like one endpoint. Will this be open source? No, it's not gonna be open source. This is gonna be the opposite of open source. This is gonna be aggressively closed source. Yeah, this project is just to. This is a little project. We'll see how it goes. I got a couple ideas in the cooking that I want to explore. I just want to cook something, you know. I want to cook something for the people. I want to cook you guys a nice stew. You don't want to shave it. Why you gotta shave your head? Why do you gotta shave your head in the desert with glasses? It sounds like you're about to go on the chillest peyote experience one can have. It sounds like you're gonna see the universe. Oh, that's that kind of cook. I thought you were gonna be like a hermit guy who leads me to the in the right directions when I get lost in the desert. Oh man. Like I really don't want to implement authentication in if I use vanilla JavaScript, or I mean React. I don't want to like do that myself. And Next.js, Nextauth makes it super easy. Like super easy to do authentication. Oh man. But like I basically don't need anything of this. I don't really need any of this stuff. I mean, yeah, it's just a tech stack. Like it's just a tech stack that T3 app is just um it's basically Next.js plus TRPC. What else am I missing? Tailwind? It's basically Next.js. I mean, T3 app is basically just Next.js. Oh yeah, Prisma 2 or Drizzle or whatever. Scaffolding. Dude, it's just like so weird. Like the folder structure inside the app router. But I don't want to use the pages router because I actually don't want server components in the app I'm trying to build. And if I use the pages router, which is the older one, but the more stable one, every single new route is a different page. Every single route loads a new news HTML. It's basically PHP, bro. From what I can tell. But the app router is actually a single page application framework. But there's like all sorts of caching issues. And there's like this weird ass hierarchy thing, especially if I'm using TRPC, which I don't necessarily need. It just bugs me that's like that the React docs, but the DX, bruh. It just bugs me that the React docs are just like use a framework for the framework. Like if I go to how to start a new React project, there's this whole section. Can I use React without a framework? And all of this is just like, there's this long-winded explanation that's just like, go fuck yourself. I'm just like, wow. Do I really need a framework? Production grade Next.js? Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. I don't know why that gets me so mad. Just like, Why do you have to use a framework? You don't. Like React use component, it doesn't make any sense because isn't this hook new? Isn't this a new hook? Oh, this is like experimental. Like a promise or a context. Oh, this is still experimental. When called with the promise, the use hook integrates with spans and array boundaries. Ads, BRB, okay, my bad. Are the ads still going? Damn. Those are long ads. Ten secs. 10 seconds. All right. As my understanding is, this like hook is for API calls. You can fetch data. Streaming data from the server to the client. Passing a promise as a prop from a server component to a client component. What? This allows the client component to read the value from the promise that was initially created by the server component. Oh, brother. Oh, brother. What am I gonna do? What's super JSON? TRPC uses it? Transformer. Public. If I do make my app, the one thing that terrifies me about the app router, Next.js, is the caching. The caching issues. Because apparently, like, it'll cache everything if the URL doesn't change. So, like, what I've seen people do is they'll literally put nonsense in the URL. They'll randomize stuff in the URL just to force it to not cache stuff. And that makes me feel like I'm in a clown world. You know? Like, why do I have to, like, put random characters in the URLs just so to trick Next.js to not cache everything? But maybe that just means we don't know how to use build good URLs for our app. I guess URL's supposed to be allow you to, like, restore the page state if you refresh. So I guess a lot of us aren't doing that correctly. But still, it still feels like it's gonna be a pain in the butt. It's gonna be a pain. So, like, if I want to go deeper into here, I guess I have to install SQL real quick. MySQL. How do I install MySQL? Install MySQL. Download MySQL. Dude, I don't think I've done this in days. What version are we on? What version of MySQL should I download? Latest stable release? What's the latest stable release? 8? Okay. Okie dokie. Let's install it. Let's see which one. MSI installer. Why are there two different ones? Someone bust out his newly acquired Seattle hipster starter pack for today's stream. Yeah, man. This is actually San Francisco starter pack. Added the cold background to try to fool the fans. Thanks for the bread. The bread. MySQL installation guide. Why are there so many links? Which one do I get? This website still looks like it's running on 2005 PHP. Let me see. Version 5.7, 8.3. Why is 8 current? What's ChatGPT say? Eight is the latest stable version. There's a web and non-web installer. So I try to install MySQL here. I have two installers. The web installer want a lightweight initial download. Oh, I guess it is a lot skinnier. Non-web. Without an internet connection, server and workbench. Oh, damn. Maybe I should just develop on planet scale. Thanks for the real estate. That ain't me, though. That ain't me. Thanks for the redemptions, guys. It means a lot. It really gets the mood up, you know? I'm almost in the acceptance stage of having to use Next.js. How's it going, T-Shant? I'm trying to figure out what tech stack to use for my website. Basically. And I was gonna install MySQL real quick. Why do I gotta log? No, I don't want to log in. Just so I can like test out the T3 app thing. But I don't know if I want to use T3 app. I don't even know if I want to use Next.js. I guess if I do use Next.js, I'll use the T3 stack. But I still don't know if I'm going to use Next.js or if I should just use vanilla React. This website is going to be, I'm basically just going to make a Google Slides clone for fun. And the thing about that is like there's like zero backend almost in an app like that. It's basically front end. It's like mostly front end. So I don't need like most of any of this stuff. I just need React. I think I just need vanilla React. I just need a single page application. I don't need server rendered component. And I don't want to get like I'm gonna need a really small backend. And this framework is like a backend framework. That's probably super overkill. Okay. How hard is it going to be to get MySQL installed? Let's see. Are we installing? Oh, here we go. I still don't get how TRBC works completely, but I guess I don't really need to touch this code. This is like boilerplate code that the Create T3 app tool spit out. So I didn't write any of this code. I'm just looking at what the boilerplate looks like. And I guess it's fine. I guess like I could just start doing development inside the app folder here. And like not worry about all the server stuff. And just call it a day. Because the app router does sound like it fits my use case because it's catered towards a single page application style of React rather than the server component shenanigans. Shenanigans. Okay. I say we just dive in once I install Squeal. What is it? What is my Squeal doing? Oh, I need to allow it to do stuff? Okay. Well, my screen's going black for a second. All right. Let's just get this thing started, shall we? Installs only the MySQL server product. Product without a server. Installs products and features. What's custom do? I think I only want the server. I don't think I'm going to use Workbench. If that's what it means. Oh, dude, I need the shell, actually. Server, shell, router, and Workbench. What's the router? I definitely need the shell. I don't need Workbench. I don't know what the router is. What is MySQL router? Middleware that provides transparent routing between application and backend MySQL servers. It is designed to simplify the management of MySQL server connections for applications. Transparent routing, high availability, load balancing. Oh, sweet dear. Oh, sweet. Bro, I don't think my one user app is going to have any of these issues. Let me go with the custom one. What do we got? 8 products to be installed. Oh my goodness. I'm just going to do a full install. Let's just get this thing going. I want to get this app up and running. How do I get the MySQL shell working in Git Bash? Add MySQL to the system path. It should be set during installation. Okay. All right. All right. Or a standalone. Convenience, add the MySQL bin directory to your system's path environment if it's not already added during installation. Okay. Git Bash might not recognize MySQL H command directly due to the way it handles executable files. Simple workaround is to create an alias in your bash RC or bash profile in your home directory. What's MySQL H? Are we done? Execute. Do I create a database with MySQL? Dang, I think all I needed was a server and the client. I think the shell is like something else. What is MySQL shell for? Advanced client and code editor for MySQL. It is part of the MySQL server and is a modern integrated development environment. It's an IDE? What the heck? Well, I guess I have it's all installed now. Development computer. This setting will define how much system resources are assigned to the MySQL server instance. Okay. Supports new authentication based on improved stronger. Alrighty then. Root password. Add a user. Host. What's this say? Username. It's required. Simul. 4 characters. Okay. You're weak. DB admin. Start the MySQL server at system startup. quite the configuration. Bootstrap MySQL router for use with InnoDB cluster. Should I select Bootstrap MySQL router for use with InnoDB cluster? I think I'll just skip that. Let's just go ahead and get this started. Check. Does not work. Huh. There's a lot of steps here to get MySQL running. Okay, we finally finished. Start the shell. This is the shell. Can I create a database in the shell? Okay. That's kind of cool, I guess. Connect. Status. Not connected. Use Workbench. Start MySQL shell. Open your terminal or command prompt and start. Workbench is cool, but all I need to do is run a single command. I think I could just run this command real quick. Switch to SQL mode. And then all I gotta do is type create database slide shift. Not connected. Ugh. I gotta connect. Do I need to type? Let's connect. Connects the shell to a MySQL server and signs a global session. Okay. Connect. How about Git? Does the terminal have MySQL there? Nope. Please provide a password. Okay. Save password. Sure. Okay. And then I can do that. Switching SQL mode. Create database. Slide shift. Okay, that worked. So now I should have a database. For some reason, I needed to write this part, and it wasn't working in the shell. Because I don't know how to connect on the shell for some reason. But I do have to do... But I didn't get bash. And it worked. For some reason. How do I list... Can I do help? Do I list the databases? Show databases. Okay, there we go. What's world? All right, so that's working. All right, well, I just needed that, so now I can fill out this part. Okay, I gotta fill this out over here real quick. So y'all don't see my secrets. So I need Discord and I need my password. That should be good. Next hot secret, I don't need that. Okay, I think we should be good. Yeah, when I did it from Git Bash, it asked me for my password, and it doesn't do that in the shell, so... Oh wells. I'll just roll with it. And then I needed one more thing. To get it working with Discord, I need to add the app redirect. Okay, I think I did that already. So... I guess the next thing to do is let's do an npm install and make sure everything's installed. Okay. Zip generate, cool. npx db npx prisma db push. So that syncs up the SQL database with my schema. So I got a schema here, just like boilerplate. Because I don't need that. So I should have like a post, account, session, user tables now in my database. And I guess I can like check that out in here. What is it? List tables or like use slide shift. Default schema set to slide shift. List databases. List tables. How do I list tables? Show tables. There we go. So my tables are there. It crazy. I guess I could just do npx prisma studio. So I could just use this. This is like Workbench. This is like easy Workbench. And I can see my models here. I got the account, post, session, user verification table. Look at that. Easy enough. Surprisingly easy enough. Let's do an npm run dev here. Let's see if this is all working out. Let's open this up. Hello from TRPC. Hello. Where's my app? Oh, there we go. Already issues. It didn't want to load the first time. Okay, here's my sweet app. Sign in. Sign in with Discord. Not a slow snowflake. No secret. Did I mess up the environment? The secret? Let me go check it out. Might have messed up the secret. Oh, I did mess things up. I reversed it. All right. Let's try this. Let's try this out. Let's try this again. I'm just going to restart. npm run dev. Let's sign in with Discord again. Let's just go back to the first page. All right. Let's sign in. will authorize. Okay, cool. Looks like I'm signed in now. Use Discord. That's neat. No post yet. Sup, Twitch. Input undefined. That doesn't look good. Query get latest. What's all that? I guess I can refresh this. Is there a way to refresh it? Nice. Okay, we got an account. That's cool. We got a post. Sub Twitch in the database. Very neat. Okay, so that's all working. That's all fine and dandy. But I don't want this any... I want to work with a blank page though, so I just want to get rid of all this stuff now. If I want to do that, can I just move? Oh, this workbench thingy is just, it's called, it's part of Prisma. It's just if you're using Prisma, you can literally go into the command line. You can do npx Prisma Studio. I don't know if you can see this. It's down here. npx Prisma Studio. I've used npx before, but it's really neat actually. It's actually kind of cool. You just press that command and it just opens up your database in a little web UI. And it's just yeah. It's pretty neat. Basically all I need. I don't really need all the workbench thing because I'm not gonna actually build tables. And if I do want to add tables, I'm just gonna add them into the schema file here. I would just add them directly into here. And I guess you can add you can even add stuff, add records if I wanted to. But I'm probably never going to do that manually. This all going to happen in the app. But yeah, the nice thing about Prisma is basically you just define it here and then it'll automatically sync up the MySQL database for me. And I don't have to create any tables manually. I don't have to use Workbench. If I wanted to add a table, all I have to do is model. Maybe I want to add this email table. Why not? Something wrong here. Missing an opposite relation field. Okay, well, I don't really care that much, but if I wanted to add like an email table, I could just do that, and then I could just do npx prisma db push. Whoops. Oh, not npm. npx prisma db push. Operation not permitted. Oh, it's because I can't do that while I'm running the app. Okay, yeah, so I turn off the app. I do a push. Bam. Now I got an email table. I can check it out. Should be in here if I refresh. Maybe not. Maybe I blew stuff up. Prisma client database is already in sync, but I added this table. Did I forget to save it? Let me see. Maybe I need to do an npm install first. Let me try that. Then to do a push. Database is already in sync. Okay. Well, hypothetically, this would work. Hypothetically. I wonder what went wrong. Huh. I thought that's how you would add a table. Model email. Man. I'll just ask ChatGPT, I guess. But I added a new model. Hey Chris, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. You'll need to migrate your database to include this new model. Prisma's migration workflow is designed to help you evolve your database schema in safe and controlled manner. Here's how you can proceed to add your new email model to your database. I gotta do a migration? Oh dear. Oh dear. I gotta do npx prisma migrate dev. Add email model. Model. Okay, we can try that. Let's see what happens. Drift detected. Uh-oh. We're drifting, boys. Added tables, account, email, post. Oh. All data will be lost. Well, I don't have any data anyway, but... Oh my goodness. Can't I just do npx like I did the first time? Can I just do npx prisma db push? Why can't I just do npx prisma db push? I feel like that should work. I feel like I've done that. Let's hold off a second. Yeah. Yeah. To update your database schema. Yeah, that's what I thought. If it's already in sync, maybe it's just that like the studio is borked. Maybe if I restart the studio. Like what if I just go here and I do show tables? I do got any. So it was working. So I was right, guys. I was right. It's just the studio thing. I guess when you make a new table, Prisma Studio has no idea. Okay, there it is. I just had to restart it. Okay. So under the hood, it was working. So we got a new email table. We got our stuffs. Okay, cool. So I wasn't lying. Tishan, told you. I told you. Restart is the thing to do. Just restart your computer. You do web dev, Chris? How you doing? We're just hanging out. We're trying the T3 app. We're seeing what's going on. We're going to make the next big thing. We're ready. Okay, I'm going to get rid of this. And I'm going to do another MPX Prisma DB push. Will that actually delete the database table? There's only one way to find out. It did delete it. Okay. Well, there you go. MPX Prisma DB push just freaking forces it. Forces it into compliance. Okay. Next step is I want to start with a blank page here. So I want to move the outer app into like a folder. So I'm going to do like T3 boiler. I call it T3 boiler because that's what that is. I'm not going to use any of it. Let's put it in there. If I refresh the page now, well, I'm not even running npm run dev. Page cannot be found. That makes sense because I got rid of it. What is like the least amount of code I need to get a working page? Let's find out. Okay, I'm gonna let's hide all this stuff. Whoops. I think I just pressed compile Java code by accident. We're not compiling Java. We don't have any Java. What's no store? Oh, man. I'm going to delete, I guess, everything. We'll keep an H1 tag. Why not? We don't need that. Let's delete this showcase thing. I guess we don't need any of these imports. What's no store? Is that to prevent caching? If that's to prevent caching, I think I want it because I want zero caching, guys. I want zero caching. Please. Please don't cache anything. Next.js tries to cache everything forever. Can I find some info on this? No store can be used to declaratively opt out of static rendering and indicate a particular component should not be cached. Hells yeah. Okay, we're keeping that in. That's a keeper. I am seriously aggressive. I am on team aggressively no caching. Because if you cache stuff all willy-nilly, you're going to run into issues, and then you're going to have to debug those issues. And debugging caching issues is literally a nightmare. Literally a nightmare. Okay. What does our app look like? Failed to compile? Doesn't have a root layout? Oh. Come on. I need the layout also. Why does every route need a layout? I only want like the top route to have a layout. Okay, I'll just copy the layout from here. Oh, actually, I think I'm just gonna use it because I don't think it actually does anything other than. Oh, it displays this ginormous. Oh no, that's on the page, right? Create T3 app. What's main? This isn't React, is it? Is that a React component or is that a Next.js component? What am I looking at here? Oh, this is React. All right. Alrighty then. So now I just need I want to make Google Slides. So here's the next step. Convert this into a React component that is a Google Slides clone. Lol, okay, thanks, good luck. Imagine ChatGPT gives me the mother of all React components. Imagine. I'm trying to make a Google Doc Slides clone, okay? Oh, she's steered. Oh, sweet Jesus. It's giving me something. Here, you're ending the lurk. Thanks for coming to the stream, Billionth. Thanks for the lurk. It was good to see you again. I gotta catch one of your next streams. If you guys don't know Billionth, he's another Twitch streamer. Doesn't do tech stuff, but chills out and plays games. Give him a follow. See you later. All right. We're just gonna slap her in. Oh, snap. Thanks for the follow. Boiled frog. Oh, wait, that's not a follow. That was a raid. Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. We are messing around with a brand new Next.js project. Literally all we got is this. How you guys doing? Welcome, welcome. I am the Simul Shift. I am actually a video game developer by trade, but I do web dev when I'm not working for some reason. But I am a back-end engineer for Pokemon Go as a full-time job. Part-time Twitch streamer slash shit poster slash web slash trash web dev developer. I'm a literal trash web developer. But it's fun, so whatever. It's a nice break from having to write like Java code all day. So it's cool, I guess. Yup. Indeed I am. Tishan? Is that how I say your name? Tishan? Tishan. All right. Cute. But yeah, thanks for the raid, Bullfrog. Welcome to the streams. I'm trying to get ChatGPT to write React code for me. We'll see what happens. Let's I guess I just copy this. Is that a plan? Dude, what is this? Is this what Tailwind looks like? Oh my dear me. Writing Tailwind is just how big of a do people actually like Tailwinds? I don't know. It seems really popular. If I auto format, what is it gonna do? It just keeps it all on the line. Oh my goodness. I need like the whole. Okay. There's probably a better way to write Tailwinds. I mean, I think I can use like a style thing, but let's just go ahead and I'm just going to copy and paste this whole component in, see what happens. Whoops, copied too much. I just want that. All right. New version of Go, please. No thanks. I'm just gonna delete this. Does the name matter? Export default async. Okay, I'm just pasting it all in. I guess I need to do use client. I'm not sure if no store makes sense outside of the client. We'll just ignore that for a second. Actually, let me just check the doc because it's already open. Async function component, no store. Okay. Let's just try to use it. Because ain't no way I'm gonna want caching. Okay, cool. All right, bud. Gotta catch up with my work now. See you later. Cool. Yeah. Thanks for coming to the stream, T-Shawn. Catch you later. Have fun at work. Where do you work? Maybe you left already. It's cool. And thanks for the follow. Add slide. Whoops, I need TypeScript. You rewrite that in TypeScript. I think I rated Boil Frog earlier. Let me see. Boiled frog. Oh, Japanese. Arigato. Arigato gozaimasu. Thank you for the raid. Boiled frog. Let's see. TypeScript. Copy it. Use client. All right. This time it looks like it's compiling. So I go back to my app, add slide. Doesn't do anything. Enter slide content. At least it expands. It's a little sad. Looking a little sad. I lost a cool background. I wonder how they had that in. How they got that. It was this. Create span. I guess this is a background. Main gradient. I need this gradient. Okay, let's add the main. Get a cool gradient background. What happened here? One parent element. Oh, I didn't mean to close it. There we go. Nice. Now we got centralized stuff. Do I have, is it this thing that's breaking it? No. The text is white for some reason. I need the editor. Class name equals. Can I make the background black? Just like that. There we go. Now I can see stuff. Well, all right. Well, it's getting kind of late over here, so I think we got something going. For now, I'm just gonna let's go ahead and raid somebody, shall we? Let's go find someone to raid. Shall we raid? Who speaks English at this time? At this fine time, midnight in the US. Godot. Strategy game dev. Hells yeah. Let's raid these. Let's raid these. This fine folk. Thank you guys for coming. I'll see you guys later.
How do I make it seamless? Is it the texture that I created? Is that the problem? I feel okay. Rotate them random. Wait, they're all rotated the same way, right? They're all rotated the same way. Maybe it's because it's a small amount. Oh, hi.